episode 26 of LiNK On, your number one show on the internet about living and working in Japan. I'm Brian, and I'm here today by myself. Because of our situation working from home, Reese and Michelle can't be with me. We haven't been able to work out how to get the streams to work together. So I'm going to take you through today's broadcast. And I've got some notes here, what I want to talk about first. First, now is the time to consider the post-COVID world, where, in our emergency situation, a lot of us, we are going to work or not going to work, and we have all kinds of various situations we're in. If you're not going to work, then you have extra time to consider the post-COVID world and what you're going to do in it. One thing is, what's the landscape going to be? Is it going to be A, the same as before, or B, somewhat different, or C, very different? Right now, today, we just hit the same economic level as the Lehman shock 11 years ago. And I imagine that a lot of you weren't here at the time, but at the time, Japanese companies took a severe blow, and there were a lot of upheavals and restructurings and actually buying and selling of companies, and companies going under and conglomerating with other companies and so on. It was a rather turbulent time. So I think right now we're already at B, somewhat different is what the landscape's going to be after this is over. If it continues to go even more, it will be very different. And we have to think about what those scenarios are going to be. In that light, you can do things right now to prepare for a job change. You may be, a lot of our people are in teaching, or they're in some job that they don't feel like is going the way they want to go, and maybe they didn't know how to get out of that, but now they're forced into a situation where they have to do something, and now you're in a waiting period perhaps between becoming aware that you wanted to get out of your old position and having to take action to get your new position. This is exactly the place you should be. And it's time to prepare for that. Now, as we've said before on the show, normally a job search in Japan would take about 17 weeks from the day you apply to your first working day with your new employer. However, I think that that's going to take more time in the current period. It's going to take preparation time. You're not going to be able to access some of the resources that you need, right? There's some things where transportation may be up or maybe down. Another thing where some stores or vendors might not be working, right? Let's say that you needed to get new clothes to go to an interview. You may not have them right now. Your favorite place might be closed. A lot of places are closed. So one thing, you have to wait for that to open. And it'll be at home. So what can you do? It'll be more than 17 weeks. It could be double that, 28 weeks, right? 7 months. Think about that. It's a lot of time. That gives you a distinct advantage. Not only an advantage against the person who's not taking steps, but an advantage against the person who comes immediately after the situation clears up. In the initial phase of the clearing up, there's going to be a need for people to take positions that had gone unfilled or were left by people who left the country. This happened after 3/11 as well. Once the initial shock of 3/11 was over, people left the country, and there was a need for people to come in and fill all of those positions in various fields. That gives you a distinct advantage if you're a job seeker, because you can move on those positions right away. Normally, think about this. If you're on, say, a year contract, and your contract ended in August, July or August, say you're on the JET program, you need to start preparing right now in April. You need to apply right now. And from there, 17 weeks to the start of the next job, right? Let's say you're in another field. You're working, if we're talking about education, you're working in another ALT provider, or you're working in a conversation school, or you're working somewhere else, or you're in another field altogether. That's fine. Some fields you can just quit and give them your notice, a month's notice, and walk away. If that's the case, well, yeah, the same as someone ending a contract in August, you can just put in your notice now and start the next job in August or September. If you had something on the school year, you would be going until March. You normally start looking for a job around December, start applying. I think, in this period that's coming up, the post-COVID period, you're going to need to prepare for longer and act faster. So starting to prepare now, taking simple steps to prepare now, so that you can be ready to jump on opportunities when they come up in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 7 months, whenever it comes along. You want to be ready to do that. You don't want to be just watching Netflix, playing video games, hanging out, and let the opportunities slip by. So now's the time to prepare. What are some things you can do? Well, if you don't have your Japanese skill up, I recommend, as I've always recommended on this show, getting your JLPT, preferably N2 or N1. There are resources online. You can get lessons online. You don't have to go to a language school. If you are an English speaker or a non-kanji language speaker, let's say that's say you're not, your mother tongue doesn't involve kanji. You may have an advantage actually studying online and studying by yourself, because a lot of brick and mortar schools in Tokyo are actually focused on the students from the kanji sphere, and may put Western language speakers or other language speakers at a disadvantage because of the pace of the lessons is here put to the level of the kanji sphere students. So getting an online teacher, there are teachers you can get, getting the materials, ordering the materials for the JLPT, the test practice book, ordering different preparation books, studying those. I checked the JLPT site today, and they didn't say that the next test was off. So the next test date is July 5th, which gives you just under 3 months to prepare. Let's say you were an N3 speaker and you wanted to challenge N2. Now would be the time to start studying really hard, and you would have a chance to get a pass on N2 and in 3 months. It's doable, right? So if you've been going around, you speak enough Japanese, you can order a pizza on the phone, you can do different things, but you just don't have that small little piece of paper, that score saying that you passed into the JLPT, then now's the time to really, gear down and go for it. 3 months. If that's not enough time and you need to go further, say we're talking about a 28-week preparation period, 7-8 months. Well, if you're a beginner, take the N3 on July 5th. You'll have a chance perhaps to pass it. And if you pass that, then you have 3 months more until December 6th, which is the test after that, to go and study for N2 which I think if you were a beginner to get up there and you studied really, really hard for 6 months, you probably could do it, right? I know people that went from nothing to N2 in 1 year. So if you have something, you can go somewhere. That's my point. Having that is essential because people are going to look at that and decide whether it's worth the time to interview. The next thing, get some other skills. I know you got a lot of skills, you went to university, all these different things, but can you actually apply these skills daily in a job? A number one that they look for, one of the things they look for, Excel. They love Excel in this country. Can you do some basic functions on Excel? Can you do lookups? Can you do queries? Can you do pivots? Can you do these basic things on Excel, right? And do you know some of the keyboard shortcuts? Learn some Excel. It's not that hard. Some IT things. One I think of is very easy to get. It's a free resource. Is Google AdWords, Google Analytics. If you go type search for Google AdWords Academy or Google Academy, you go there and they have free courses. You can take the free courses online, and they're made by the people at Google. It's very good, and you can take the tests, and you can get those certificates for free. And I will tell you that when you have one of those Google certificates and you put it on your resume, it immediately gets the recruiter's attention. And if you put those certificates on your LinkedIn profile, you will get a lot of job offers. And you'll be able to go apply for some jobs at some really big name places. Other ones, marketing ones. I know this because I'm working in marketing. HubSpot has a lot of courses. You can go and take those courses, teach you a lot of things about that. There's a lot of other online learning platforms that are still on. You can take things and learn skills that will allow you to be more competitive in the job market, coming out of teaching or out of some other field that's not a specialist field. And you can shape the destiny of the post-COVID Japan that you live in by taking steps daily right now during the downtime. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. So let's start doing it, guys. Let's look forward to the future, to the post-COVID world and how Japan's going to be. And let's get our preparation on right now so that when everything clears up, we can go right ahead, and we'll be there with you at LiNK Japan Careers. Make an application on our site, linkjapancareers.net, and we'll help you in every way that we can, right? You do your part, and we're going to do our part, right? So, guys, that's my motivational talk for you today. I hope you're doing okay. Let's go to the site, linkjapancareers.net, and go to there, and you can click job listing, and you can see our jobs on there. And first I want to talk about Interac positions. If you go to Interac positions, we have some Interac positions that are open still, probably about 10 or 15 across Japan. They're ASAP, and make an application, drop us a message, and if you want to get an Interac job, you want to go somewhere, we have some positions. It's the luck of the draw. It's a lot of northern Japan. If you're willing to go to Hokkaido, if you're willing to go to Tohoku, Iwate, Miyagi, Aomori, Akita, Yamagata, Fukushima, if you're willing to go to the 6 prefectures in Tohoku and you're willing to go to Hokkaido, we have positions. Right now, we have relocation assistance as well. If you take a 1-year contract up to 250,000 yen, helping you with the relocation. There may be other forms of assistance available as well. So when you make an application, if you're interested in taking advantage of those, make sure that you talk to the recruiter about how they can help you out in getting you into a position. You can see on our page the requirements and conditions for Interac ALT positions, they haven't changed, and they're not gonna. You can say what you want about them, but they are a big company and they are stable. And I think that we've seen that they are handling the COVID situation very well as can be, um, within reason. So we do have these positions, about 15 of them. We're looking for teachers. We're looking for teachers in also in the west part of Japan, some rural assignments, um, West Japan area, also Kyushu area. So the two ends, the north and the west, right? And if you're in the middle there, also please make an application. LinkJapanCareers.net. Drop us a line. Let us know where you are, and we'll see if we can find you a job. An Interac job. Also, we have other jobs on the board. You can look at it at LinkJapanCareers.net. Also, while you're out there, check out our other properties, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and YouTube. Like, sign up, share, comment, all those good things on there. Some positions we have on the board: international dormitory. This is on hold, but you can still apply for it. Some of these positions are going to be on hold because of the COVID situation, but we'll still take applications, and as soon as the situation is cleared up and these companies start hiring again, you'll be first in line to get in there. So it's okay to make an application on our board. Area specialist Okinawa, site facilities manager Okayama, AI speech engineer. This is a really high paying position if you're an AI guy or gal and you're into speech recognition. Great position. Business communication manager in Sapporo. Android app developer. If you're one of those, it makes a lot of money. Development engineer, IT, tech lead. IT also high paying. Also development engineer, potentially high paying. And test development editor. This is with a very large testing company, English testing. $300,000 a month starting in Tokyo. Very reputable company. If you're a teacher and you've been a teacher for a while, you want to move out of teaching, but you want to stay in education, you want to do something related to education, I really recommend this job. Right? I'm trying to push this job and get people in there. And testing is a very good field, and testing is always going to be around. People are always want to take a test to challenge their skills, and this is a major test in Japan. It's not going anywhere. It's been here for a long time, and they're just making it better. They need people to help them, develop the test. So give us an application. Also, operations staff, Sapporo front desk, a very hipster position. If you'd like to just hang out and chill with people and drink coffee and tell them where to go, on their vacation, then yeah, that's a good position. Interac positions, okay, hotel front staff, hotel bell staff, very reputable international chain, big name hotel. When I get into hotels, it's a good choice. I mean, you want to get out of teaching, why not? Why not get into hotels? Corporate planning and human resources, these are in Kagawa, $3.6 million a year, working in a company in Kagawa. And that's basically what I got today, guys. Check out our page, linkjapancareers.net. Also check out our social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Okay, guys, make sure that you wear a mask outside, and make sure that you take care of yourself and do whatever it takes to be safe and secure. And we're all going to get through this, and start doing things every day to prepare yourself for your post-COVID job change with LiNK Japan Careers. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next week at this time. This is Brian, linkjapancareers.net. Catch you later.